ancestors are there to be loved and accepted and appreciated, no matter who they are. And when the family has been brought into its natural order, the individual can leave it behind him while still feeling the strength of his family supporting him. We're bringing that natural order. The natural order is when you offer your ancestors love and respect, but you have a freedom from their decisions, their path, their emotions, their feelings, their views. And I want that freedom for you. And I also want that freedom for them because they don't want to see their negative patterns repeat. That's heartbreaking for them. That's difficult for them. The link we have with ancestors is that the better our karma, the better their karma. They want us to be happy. Like if you want really good karma, raise a happy child. If you want really good karma, your descendants' karma is connected to yours. So they don't want you to keep living out those negative patterns. But we feel out of loyalty sometimes that we need to. You live your life and your path with enormous respect, warmth, gratitude toward your ancestors. It's scientifically shown that a lot of the emotions we feel are emotions from the past. Basically, normal emotions, they just come and go. Your emotions that are yours, they're in flux, they're flexible. So any emotion that comes inexplicably, or any emotion that comes and lasts for more than 10 minutes and it's the exact same emotion, those emotions that chase you again and again, that's something that's been excluded in the past. It could be parents, grandparents, great-grandparents. You don't know how far it goes back. They get passed down. A lot of those emotions aren't yours. When you have that, it's important to send the wish, may I heal and may my ancestors heal. But this emotion is not mine. It's not the result of my life. So our ancestors have lived through wars. They've seen terrible things. They felt helpless. Our circumstances could be very different, but the feeling can be passed down. The feelings can be brought back at any point. And there's even a study that shows that we fear irrationally what our ancestors feared. It's hard to do generational studies on humans because it just takes so many years for a generation. So a lot of the ancestral studies are actually done on mice. Mice and humans share about 70% of protein coding gene sequences. So I want to tell you about a 2013 study from Emory School of Medicine. So it involves stressing out mice and then seeing how their children and their grandchildren, which in mice they call pups and grandpups, how they react. So basically, scientists at Emory worked with a group of mice and they started by putting them in a cherry blossom garden and seeing how they react. Nothing much happened. The mice acted normal. The smell didn't affect them in any way. It hardly even registered. Then those mice were purposely trained to fear cherry blossoms. Each time they were exposed to the smell, they would receive an unpleasant electric shock. And after a while, these mice who got these shocks developed smell receptors for that scent. And they could detect that scent at lower concentrations, just a tiny bit of cherry blossom scent. So this shows how we build new skills depending on our environment. Then the mice went back to their normal lives, and like it didn't last their entire lives. It was just for some period of time. These mice had kids. The pups, the kids, and the grandkids never got any of the shocks. No one ever did again. But when they were exposed to the smell of cherry blossoms, the kids and the grandkids, the baby mice, panicked. Their fear centers turned on. When they were put in a cherry blossom garden, they went crazy. They got jumpy. They were trying to avoid it, but they've never ever experienced this before. And when their brains were tested, they also had extra receptors in the area of smell that their grandparents developed. So the negative is you'll fear what your ancestors feared. The positive is you'll develop skills that they learned. Both get passed down. So the mice inherited both sensitivity to the scent. They also inherited the fear response. They inherited a certain skill. They inherited a certain fear. And you can look this up, Emory University 2013. All the skills you could ever want is there in your genotype. Imagine how many skills your ancestors developed that you inherited. It's just a matter of connecting. The flip side is a lot of fears, a lot of anxieties. That's also in your genotype. The fears, the anxieties, the tough situations. Tell those stories, talk about it. Pass down what happened, give space to those emotions, welcome those emotions, process those emotions. If an emotion comes up for you in your daily life and it feels like the basis is ancestral, breathe it into your heart. Breathe out compassion, both for your ancestors and for yourself. So breathe in that tough emotion that feels old. Like the cherry blossoms to those pups, that's not theirs, that's their ancestors. That panic. Breathe it right into your heart. Imagine putting it right into your heart. Send out compassion to yourself and all the ancestors who experienced that. Your connections to ancestors is sacred. You have the blood of kings, you have the blood of warriors, you have the blood of parents who raised 8 happy, healthy kids. You have the blood of partners who spend a lifetime in a happy relationship. You have the blood of inventors and innovators and very spiritual people with a lot of kindness. All of that is in you. You have women in your tree who knew how to heal with herbs. You have people in your tree who knew how to resolve any conflict. All of that is there within you. Those are the riches that have been passed down to you. And I hope you get to experience that. It's Elizabeth. My goal is to help you follow the path to happiness with these videos. There's always something new each week. Subscribe to this YouTube channel so you see them. I'll see you soon.